Assalamu alaikum, you guys. And there was a time that I met this narcissist woman in the past, and our relationship, our friendship was so good. And it was not a relationship, we were just friends. Because when I met her, I was just 10 years old, I was a child. So, uh, so our friendship was so good to the point that I used to talk to myself, like not in actual way, like my brain and my heart, they just tell me, you and this woman will never fight. How can you fight? Because this woman is so friendly, so peaceful, so understanding, so calm, and she was very good at communication. And I would say to myself, this woman and me, we can solve any problem. It doesn't matter how big the problem is, how small the problem is, how complicated the problem is. Me and this woman, we can solve any problem through communication. She is very good at communication. She is very understanding. We can have a conversation about anything and solve it, is what I would say to myself, because that was love bombing. And when they're love bombing you, they act like anything can be solved through communication. They're so understanding. They talk to you and they respond so quickly. And so when I met this woman, there wasn't even cell phones and stuff like that. Because I know this woman like 25 years. That's how long I know her, if not more. So cell phones didn't exist at that time, but I'm just talking about real communication. She would talk to you right away. She would be nice. And I would say to myself, we can never fight because she is so civilized. She is, what word am I? She is smart. She is very civilized. She's cool. So how can I fight with a person like this? Is what I would say to myself. How in the world can I fight a person like this? Because she is probably one of the best people I have ever met on this in this world, is what I would say to myself. But that was love bombing. That was what they do in the beginning, and that was a mask. But like after a few years, everything changed, and she started being like judgmental, a little bit disrespectful, and even and sometimes she would give me the silent treatment, and sometimes she would be very bored with me, and she started all of this. But after that, um, there was a time where when I met this woman, she was like 16 years old, 17 years old, and I was 10 years old. So she already have at that time a boyfriend. I was not her boyfriend. I was not her husband. We didn't have any relationship. I was just I was just a friend. And she had so many friends going to her house. And after that, I grew up, and there was this time like I was 19 years old. I grew up, I became a man, I started looking like a man, and she starts, she started like wanting a relationship with me, kind of, but I didn't want the relationship at all because how can you be in a relationship with someone who is judging you, who doesn't respect you? And she was one of the people with the biggest ego I have ever seen in this world. Like her ego is so big. She is egotistical. I don't want to be in a relationship with a woman like that. And the other thing is that there was an age gap and there was like this other memory where I knew there was a time that she was an adult and I was a child. And we used to have a friendship and I didn't want the friendship to change into something else. If she was a decent person, not judgmental, not disrespectful, just a nice person, yes, maybe I would change the friendship to a relationship and flow with it. But I maybe as a friend, but she wasn't the type of woman that I wanted as a relationship. No, and she tried like to have a relationship with me. I didn't want it. I think she get pissed off, but she didn't show it. She gave me the silent treatment for several months. Then after that, she got a boyfriend, and then after a few months, we were friends again. But she had her boyfriend, and one time, somebody that knows me and her tells her like I am gossiping her and saying something about her, and she's supposed to ask me like whether I'm talking about her or not, but she didn't do that. She just go ahead. I don't know what this person told her because I knew in my past a bunch of people who are narcissistic and evil. One of those people, I'm not sure which one, went to her house and told her that saying some evil things about her and telling other people. And she wanted revenge. She didn't even make sure whether this is really going on or not. So she prepared a plan to kill me, to murder me. The person that I thought we would never fight was planning how to kill me. So the plan that she came up with was her boyfriend. He brings his friend and her, the three of them, they call me to her house and I went to her house. They sent somebody, told me like, oh, and we're just gonna call her in this video like Julia. And oh, Julia wants you, go to her house. So I went to Julia's house and she and her boyfriend and the friend of her boyfriend are sitting around and talking. And her boyfriend was a little bit drunk. And I wasn't prepared for something this crazy. And her boyfriend told me, and no, her boyfriend, he was already prepared. First of all, he had a weapon on his hand. He had something heavy, something made of iron, that if he hits me with that thing one time in the head, like there's no even fighting back, I would just die. One time, if he just hits me really hard, one time, then that would be it. there's this fly bothering me. Especially when I make videos, there's this fly that just comes out of the blue just to bother me. So her boyfriend, he have something heavy made of iron on his hand, something long, like a stick. So he wanted to hit me with that on the head, probably. And one time or two times of that thing hitting my head, and it would be like the first time I would just fall, I'll just faint. Then the second time I'll die. Or maybe one time is just enough to even kill me, but two times I will be dead for sure. And so he had a weapon. He had his friend with him, and he have her on his side. So there are three people, and the other thing is that this happened in Ethiopia. She is Ethiopian woman because I grew up in Ethiopia. My childhood was in Ethiopia, like in the capital city of Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. So we were in there, and this woman, she, and the other thing is that this country, Ethiopia, that if you go to somebody's house and you attack them physically in their own house, in their house, you go all the way to their house and you attack them in their house, and they end up killing you in self defense, they will not be arrested. So they call me, they send somebody to call me. I go to their house. So if I end up fighting them and dying there, all three of them will not be arrested. All three of them, her boyfriend, his friend, and her, they will end up being free. They will not pay the price of murdering, killing a person. So they wanted to kill me and keep their freedom. Nobody goes to jail, nobody goes to anything. So probably my dead body is gonna be treated like a criminal because she would say that I was the one go that I was the one that goes all the way to their house just to kill them or to attack them physically. That is what she was going to say. That was her plan. So they would kill me, first of all, and secondly, nobody in that house, and she herself, her boyfriend, and his friend, nobody will take responsibility, accountability for the murder that they committed, for the crime that they committed. Nobody will be arrested. The only person that would be blamed would be me because I can't talk for myself at that time. I would be dead if they would kill me. I can't talk, I can't communicate, I will be dead. I will be treated as a criminal and I will be treated as a dead person. At the same time, they would put the blame on me. They would murder me and plus they will put the blame on me. That's a horrible plan. And they put that plan in place. And the person who planned all of this evilness was this narcissist woman. And in the beginning, when I meet this narcissist woman, I thought that I can have no problem whatsoever with a person like this. I would say to myself, how can I fight a person like this? Because she is so civilized, so understanding, so cool, so smart, so clever, like so civilized. I mean, how could a person like how can I have a problem with a person this understanding. How can I have a problem with a person like this? She is so peaceful, understanding, It was, that's what I would say. I would think and I would say, I will never fight with this woman. How that can't even happen at all. That's what I thought in the past. It can't happen. Fighting with her, it can't happen. But it happened. Like it happened in the opposite way. Like I met a lot of people in the past, a lot of bad people, but most of them they never tried to kill me or something like this. This is one of the yes, there's a lot of other people that put me in a very dangerous situation, very very dangerous situation, but this is one of the most dangerous situations I have ever been in. They wanted to kill me and not go to jail or prison. They wanted to kill me for free because they would kill me and be free and blame me for everything. And they called me, they sent somebody to call me. I didn't go there looking for trouble. I was called. They sent somebody telling me, oh, she's calling you. Julia is telling you, come to my house. I have something to tell you. And I went there just thinking like I'm just gonna watch a movie with her or just talk to her or something because we were just friends. Because after looking at who she really is, this woman, I understand that this is not a person that I need for a relationship. I would keep her around as a friend, but relationship is something very serious. So I never wanted her as a relationship. I just wanted her as a friend. And even that, right now, that is over. We still know each other, we still see each other, but it is what it is. And she wasn't direct about it. She wasn't, yes, I asked her if that, what she was doing, like, why didn't she discuss with me peacefully? And she came up with different reasons, like, she denied everything. Like, after years and after months, I asked her, why would you do that? And she denied, she treated me like I'm crazy for thinking that way. She denied everything, but that was the plan. Because a narcissist will never be truthful with you. They will never communicate you coming from a place of truth and honesty. They will never do that. They play games. If they communicate you, they communicate you in an indirect way. They play mind games. That's their life. That's how they live their life. But at the end of the day, the women that I thought that we would never fight, I would say, how can we fight with a person like this? How can I have a fight with the person that is the most understanding, the most peaceful? How can we fight? Not only that we were going to fight, I would end up being murdered in her house and nobody would be arrested for murdering me. And I would say in the past, we would solve anything through communication. How can you communicate with somebody who's giving you silent treatment, judging you and disrespecting you at the same time? Because that's how things change. That's how things change in our friendship. The good communication was replaced with silent treatment. The polite behavior was replaced with being judgmental and disrespectful. So I wanted to share in this video that narcissists they act in the beginning so good, the love bombing is so good to the point that you think that you would never have a problem with a person this good, that how can you even fight and how can you even have a fight with a person this peaceful, this understanding, this communicative? How can you have a problem with that? That's what you would be thinking because the love bombing is so good and so healing in the beginning, but but everything will end up changing in a narcissistic relationship, and it will change for the worst. And that person that you thought you would never fight, you would end up maybe even murdering them, or they will end up murdering you. Like the fight can even end up, somebody might even get killed. That's the type of fight that you might even end up with a narcissistic person. All of us, in the beginning, when we meet them, the love bombing is so good that we think, oh, this is so good. Nothing bad can happen in a friendship or relationship like that. But the worst things are about to happen to you. The worst lessons, the worst life experiences are coming to you in the future with a person like that. That's what I wanted to share in this video.